Welcome everyone to another edition of Pharaoh's Halftime. We're finally the wait is over. We finally did it. We're finally on YouTube live from our half-assed studio / Antonio's apartment.
All right.
Congratulations. Well, it's still very cool. We still got a lot of You still got a lot of decorating to do and everything.
I know, but it's something, right?
It's something.
Everyone's got to start somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So don't hate on us, please.
I can't stop pointing this thing.
Man. Oh yes. For those of you joining us, this is a continuation of our. Also, this is our 20th episode.
We forgot to mention that our official 20th episode, where today we will be announcing the winner of our lovely raffle. We will be announcing it shortly. We have a nice little hat set up later on, but yeah. This is the 20th episode, man.
I know, we made it this far. We don't. What did you think? We were going to make it this far? I know the haters. First off, shout out to the haters and those who laughed at us. Where are you now? Not laughing anymore, are you?
The mic is right there. It's on. We got to tone it down a notch. What are you, the Undertaker? We're saving the wrestling episode for another podcast.
All right.
We're Pharaoh's Halftime. We are back and better than ever. We have a shitload to talk about.
We got Europa League final coming in a few days. We got the Champions League final coming next week after this recording.
Yep.
We got a bunch of transfers that are already happening in the market.
Yep. We have end of season reviews.
End of season reviews, of course.
Yep. We have a special team that we wanted to talk about and what their next season is going to be like, especially them losing a couple of very key players.
Yep.
And that is Atletico Madrid. So we'll get into that in a little bit.
I should have worn my Atletico jersey today. I have my Diego Costa already, but it's if you can see, if you guys live on the East Coast, the weather is just inconsistent.
Yep.
I don't feel like just wearing a jersey with a hoodie over it, and plus I'm not wearing a jersey. I'm not trying to get sick, y'all.
Word. But where do we even start, man? I think let's start with Atletico.
All right, let's start with
Atletico.
All right.
Okay, so they have a couple of huge announcements. Funny how Antoine Griezmann decided to come out and say that he's leaving the club, but he wanted to do a decision part 2.
Oh my
and
God.
Atletico was like, you're not doing that again.
Yeah.
Because last year you teased us all and you decided to stay for a year and now you're going to be out. So no, fuck that.
Exactly.
So,
no, I don't blame Atletico for doing what they did.
No, I don't blame them either. But they're losing 4 key players, one of them being Griezmann, as I just mentioned. The other 3, Diego Godin, who's going to rock at the back for them for I don't know how many years now. Yeah. So that's a big loss. He already announced that he's going to Inter Milan. So I don't know what it is with Inter Milan. They always get clutch, experienced defenders. They already have a great defense in Miranda and De Vrij and Skriniar, and now they're just going to add Diego Godin, who's maybe 32. So I could say he has another good 4 or 5 years if he still has it in him.
Yeah.
Another player that's been serving them for a while that's leaving is Juan Fran. And this was already announced back in January, and Lucas Hernandez is on his way to Bayern, but now it's official. So those 4 key players are out of Atletico, and now what? And they're saying even Rodri, the midfielder who's young and talented and Spanish, he might go to Manchester City. So potentially 5 players being gone. Now what for Atletico? Who are they going to buy? There's talks of Dybala. There's not talks of Dybala. There's talks of Icardi, but
they also want to sell Diego Costa too. We got to mention they want to sell him to China.
Yeah, so
he hasn't performed. Well, first off, his first season back when he came back from that from being AWOL from Chelsea, he did decent. Then he got injured. I don't think he ever came back from his injury. There was that spell back in the UEFA Super Cup when Diego Costa, we all know and love, came back and just tore Real Madrid a new one. He became that disgusting striker that I love so much.
The one that he was killing in the Premier League when he was on fire.
Yeah.
I don't know what's been up with him. It's probably since the injury, he just can't get his form back.
Exactly.
But he probably wants a big money move to China anyway. That's where a lot of
that's all he's wanted to do since his Chelsea days. So.
Yeah. So I think he's out the door too. So possibility of 6 Atletico players leaving, but on a realistic term. Now that we know also, which is very important, Max Allegri leaving Juventus. I think by him leaving hurts Atletico, because if Max Allegri would have stayed, Dybala would have been wanting out. But now that Allegri's leaving, I think Dybala's gonna lean towards staying with Ronaldo because he already has that connection with him.
True.
So if not Dybala as the main replacement for Griezmann, then who?
I have no one.
It's funny.
I can wholeheartedly say.
No, I have a few in mind. But it's funny because I literally did this on career mode the other day. I was like, I literally started a career mode of letting go Madrid, and the first thing I did was sell Antoine Griezmann, and I'm like, if I were the manager, which that's the whole point of career mode, who would I pick up that would be a clutch replacement for Griezmann? And I picked up one of my favorite players, Lorenzo Insigne. But you already know he's never going to leave Napoli, so that's already unrealistic. So I'm trying to think of who could come. I could definitely see Icardi because he's always been having like a rough patch with Inter Milan. So they could maybe do like a swap
deal for them.
So with Diego Godin going one way and
well, I think he left on a free Diego Godin.
Oh, did he?
Wow, he left on a free.
Smart business.
They would have to pay out for Icardi.
I think they would though. They're getting a bunch of money from Griezmann. I don't even know how much it is. I don't think they announced it yet.
I could see maybe a Dembele type player or a Coutinho type player.
No, they wouldn't go from Barca to Atletico. No way.
I mean, they're not playing as much.
Well, Coutinho's playing, but Ousmane Dembele, I think he's going to start coming back because I think he also got injured and stuff, and it hasn't been the best.
Too far. I do have someone in mind.
They need a striker.
I do have a striker.
Yeah, because Griezmann's a striker.
No. I'm trying to think.
I feel like they could get somebody from the Prem.
Who though from the Prem? I'm trying to think who from the Prem would be
fit on Atletico.
Yeah.
Well, let's think of all the teams.
Okay.
Oh, they were talking about Lacazette. That would be.
I don't think he'd want to leave Arsenal.
You never know. I know he has his bromance with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, but I can definitely see Lacazette going, and that would be a clutch signing for them because he's a finisher, man. He's a poacher. He's my kind of striker.
Yeah.
I'm not the best of form to play soccer anymore, but we're starting to get back into it. But he's the type of striker that I likes. He's good with his back to goal. He distributes the ball. He scores goals. He can do it all for Atletico.
Yeah, he could definitely do it all. So
Lacazette is a great replacement for one Frenchman for another.
Yeah. Man United, they can sell Lukaku.
That's another thing. There's talks of Lukaku leaving Man U because I don't know why. I don't know if it's...
He should have came to Chelsea.
Yeah, he should have.
He wanted to go be with his baby Pogba, who was also 1 foot out the exit door.
Peace. So yeah, I think Lacazette would be clutch, but then even for the other players, like I don't know who they would buy. Like
Tottenham, definitely not Tottenham. There's no one they would buy from. Probably Kane or Son. Kane, they're a long shot. I don't think they even want to play in La Liga.
No, definitely not.
Very doubtful. Chelsea, we ourselves have a striker crisis, but we might just buy out Morata.
And if Kane does go, he's probably going to go to a Real or Barca if he ends up leaving in the future.
Yeah, who else is there? Oh, Richarlison from Everton.
That's not a bad shout.
Richarlison.
He could play the number 9 role, and he could kind of play on the wings too, which I'm sure they would. It's a good to have that kind of player.
Also another, we could shout out the Bundesliga and say maybe a Marco Reus. He could play number 9 sometimes when needed to, or Paco Alcacer.
Alcacer I can see, but Reus is Dortmund through and through, man. He's one of those.
You never know.
I know he came from Mönchengladbach and did the switch to Dortmund, but he's been Dortmund ever since. He's their captain. He's already almost 30, which is not a bad age, but I used to when you first saying Marco Reus. Get you thinking going.
See what I deal with every day?
This is not every day. It's a weekly, bi-weekly episode, but we
in general.
But yeah, man, I don't know how they're gonna rebuild.
All I'm saying is this summer is gonna be the most exciting transfer. We say this every year, but I think this is the summer.
Yep.
This is the summer where transfers or football is gonna change forever. Just like with the NBA, everything is going to change because we don't know where KD's going.
No.
We don't know where Kyrie's going.
No.
Same thing with here. We don't know if Chelsea's gonna bend the knee and Hazard's gonna go to Madrid. We don't know who Madrid's gonna buy. We don't know who Barca's gonna buy. We don't know who Chelsea's gonna buy.
Well, I think
Man United.
I think we know who Real Madrid are gonna buy. They're out for the big names like Hazard, Pogba, and they're out for who's the other guy? Hazard, Pogba, and one more. Ericsson,
yeah.
Yeah. So how did I forget that? That's because I don't want it to happen.
Yeah.
I'm wearing Kane on the back of my jersey. But yeah.
They got Jovic already. He's going.
Yeah, Jovic. That's another one. So if they sign Jovic, Pogba, Hazard, Ericsson, that's a crazy forward.
De Ligt too.
Possibly. But I think De Ligt already came out saying that he wants to go to either Barcelona or Bayern.
Yeah.
And I think he still hasn't made his decision. But he's a phenomenal defender.
Yes,
phenomenal. He's only, 19, 20? Yeah. Craziness.
So, Atletico's going to be where? Let's segue over to managerial changes.
I like that windshield washer that he did.
So
we don't know. Over. Yeah.
We don't know. So we do know that Conte is returning to Italy. Where exactly is still up in the air. There's sources saying that
Inter Milan.
Inter Milan's a done deal. There's sources saying he's coming home to Juventus.
I don't think
What
so.
do you think?
I think he's going to Inter. I think Spalletti.
Spalletti's out.
Spalletti's out, and I feel like Spalletti had a great team at his, his hands, and he didn't take advantage of it. Like, yeah, I know Inter had the whole issue with Icardi in and out and stuff, and all his problems, but from front to back, they have a really solid team. They should be challenging for the Scudetto like Napoli do, and I'm hoping. I mean, Serie A for me has been one of the leagues that I've been watching all year, and they're still fighting for a top 4 spot. Actually, let me pull up the table because there's still hope for a few teams to claim the last 2 spots.
It's between Milan.
Inter Milan,
and what's the other?
Lazio and Atalanta.
Yeah, me personally, I hope Atalanta make it.
That would be crazy because let me go.
I've lost so much faith in Milan. They're such an inconsistent team. One thing I want to shout out is that Roma's not going to be making it into the.
Oh, Roma! We forgot to say Roma. Lazio's not in it. I take that back.
Roma's not good. They're too far gone.
No, they still have a chance. It's mathematically very difficult. But let me throw it to you here. 3rd place Atalanta with 66 points and plus 29 goal difference. Inter with the same amount of points but plus 23 goal difference. AC Milan just behind them in 5th with 65 with plus 18, and Roma 63, which is very difficult with plus 17 goal difference. So for Roma, they would need Atalanta, Inter, and AC Milan loss by kind of a heavy score, and for them to go off. So it's looking like Europa League for the the Roman Empire.
Yeah, it's sad, but
I'm very happy for a team like Atalanta who, against all odds, are in 3rd place right now in Serie A. So if they make Champions League with AC Milan, because I like AC Milan deep down when Brazilian Ronaldo used to play for them and Kaká, and they had the golden age. So I want to see them come back and go back into the Champions League
where they belong.
Yeah. So and Inter should have made it out of the Champions League group this year, but they effed it up. So maybe another year in the Europa League to get their status back up to being a European elite. Might be good for them. So I want Atalanta 3rd or in a Champions League spot, and same with AC Milan.
All right,
I'm down for that. All right. Well, you guys will find out tomorrow because it's the last games of Serie A.
It is tomorrow's the last game. We just came off the final for Barca versus Valencia.
Copa del Rey. Congratulations to Valencia.
Barca got the shit kicked out of them.
Yeah, Valencia played very strong. They came out like guns a-blazing in the first half. They scored 2 goals. Messi, with the only goal in the second half for trying to get Barcelona to do something, but Barcelona, man, is another team. Even though they won La Liga, they got to do some rebuilding.
Yeah,
everyone thought that they was going to win the Champions League, but
poor buys for Malcolm. We should have poor buys in Malcolm, poor buys in Arthur. They didn't even use them. They bought Arturo Vidal for no reason.
They've been using them.
Not to their strengths. I don't think Valverde's system fits.
Valverde is the problem.
He doesn't fit that Barca DNA.
Nah,
he's not it.
I don't know. I think they're going to keep him though because I feel like the managerial market is also very thin.
I want to talk about that in a second, but it is very thin, but it's also at the same time very, very. It's a merry-go-round right now because here's the thing. There's a lot of things. It depends on what's going on in Italy.
Yeah.
You have Allegri who left Juventus.
Mm-hmm.
Now Juventus, they're saying they're going after Conte or Maurizio Sarri, fraud-ass Sarri, as I like to call him.
Or I heard Juve might be going for Pep. Believe it or not.
That too. Juve might be going for Pep as well.
Or Pochettino.
So it all depends on what Juve does, and from there, it'll ripple across multiple teams. Say they get Sarri, then we'll probably end up with either Allegri or Lampard.
I think you guys will definitely sign Lampard as a coach.
I don't want him as a coach yet.
Why?
I want him to have another year at the championship.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's ready for the Prem. I don't want him to strain his relationship with the club.
Speaking of Lampard, he's going to be going head to head with his good friend John Terry this Monday for the championship playoff to
get into the Premier League.
Last spot in the Premier League. Aston Villa versus Derby County, which I personally love watching those games every year. The last game.
Those are usually the best games
because both teams are literally giving it their all, and it's end to end stuff, and it's usually very close. So it's gonna be interesting to see, especially for Aston Villa, because last year they got into the same position and lost.
Yeah.
So now that they're back, they want to redeem themselves.
If they don't get in though, if they don't get into the Prem, Jack Grealish is out.
Jack Grealish is coming to Spurs 100%.
I don't think he's gonna go to Spurs. I hate to say this, but he's probably gonna go to Man United.
No way. I don't think so, because if Poch stays, he's a perfect player to bring in, because Pochettino loves working with young Englishmen.
He does.
Jack Grealish, I'm telling you, in a year's time, will be in the England squad. That's what he did with Trippier.
I think he already was in the England squad already. He already came for a couple of games with Gareth Southgate.
Like as a steady.
Yeah.
He already got Dyer in, who hasn't left the team, even though he's not the best.
Yeah.
He's gotten Trippier in. He's gotten Winks in. So Pochettino, if he stays, which I'm hoping he said he's gonna leave.
He just said it's just shut the
But I think
media.
he's messing with the media.
Yeah. He just said it's to shut the media because they kept asking him question after question after question after question, and he's just like,
he's not going anywhere, boys. Not going anywhere. Loosen up, man.
I'm tired. I've only had one. I'm sorry, folks. I've only had one coffee today. For people who know me very well,
one coffee.
I need like 4 cups to function. So please excuse my appearance if I look exhausted or unenthusiastic. I really am tired.
Got you. It's all good.
Yeah.
But what were we saying? Oh, the whole managerial stuff. So Pep possibly. What do you think about Pep going to Juve?
I don't think he's gonna fit.
I don't think he's gonna fit either.
But I don't think he's gonna. I don't think his system works for Serie A to begin with.
Here's my thing. Pep has been to Barcelona, has been to Bayern Munich, has been to Manchester City. The next big name that comes up in your mind as far as a club besides those 3 is Juventus.
Yes.
Why can't Pep actually manage a team that isn't all that? Why doesn't Pep go to an Inter Milan? If he gets Inter Milan back to the Champions League final, then I could say, hey, I respect
what about
this
AC
coach.
Milan?
Or AC Milan. But I like Gattuso. Gattuso's the man. Come on.
They might get rid of Gattuso.
I know. I hope not. But
he's perfect. He's Milan through and through. He has a Milan DNA. He's trying to get them back, but it's these new generation of players that are prima donnas.
I think it's going to be based off of all tomorrow and what we see with the Serie A last games.
Hell, I'll take Gattuso. If we get rid of Sarri, I'll take Gattuso. Whip these...
His ass back in shape, boy.
Exactly. Whip these morons' asses back in shape.
That's crazy, man. But I'm still not a fan of Pep. I think he's had it too easy. And he has all the
the only reason he won that many trophies in Barcelona is because he had the greatest La Masia class. You had Messi,
Xavi,
Iniesta,
Victor Valdez,
Puyol,
Piqué,
Samuel Eto'o,
Dani Alves, the whole deal. Like what? That's like that team.
It's not a team. It's the Justice League.
It's Avengers Endgame Unite. That's
seriously, pretty much the ending scene of Avengers where Captain America, every Marvel hero comes out.
Sorry for the spoilers if whoever didn't watch it.
It's been 2 months already. They'll live.
Word.
Everyone comes out. That's pretty much every team Pep's inherited. A goddamn super team.
So I want Pep at a different team. I don't want him on a super team. So and now that he has Ronaldo at his disposal, and I don't know, man. I just don't want Pep anywhere near the big teams, especially ones that have a lot of money, like the ones that he's been to. Coach AC Milan or Inter Milan, and
Bayern fans consider Pep a failure.
Well, yeah,
they never won the Champions League.
That's true.
They only won how many Bundesligas? They don't care about the Bundesliga anymore. They want the Champions League. Same thing. It's gonna come to that point for Man City fans. They can't win the big one.
Even though it's been actually a remarkable year for Man City, if you think about it.
Yeah,
I think they're the first team in history, or one of the first teams ever.
The first men's team to win all 4 domestic trophies:
Community Shield, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and the Premier League. That's where I have to give Pep a round of applause, because the Premier League especially is not easy.
Yawn.
But I do agree, yawn, because if you have all that quality and all that money, then
exactly.
Yeah, it's not really.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's not earned in the correct way.
Exactly.
Spurs making the Champions League final. That's freaking earned.
If that stadium blows up, I don't care, and I.
No, you'll be alright. You'll be alright. I just hope and pray that we freaking win the Champions League. Let's not get into that, because we spoke about that on our last episode, the European special. So go check that out if you want to rewind and catch up some of our old episodes.
Yes.
Which we highly recommend, because it's good shit.
It's really good shit, folks. It's like crack.
But let's another thing that I wanted to talk about was the whole year in review. what our thoughts are on the Premier League, what our thoughts on... We already got some Serie A talk in.
Well, let's just start with the Serie A since we're already on that subject now. Serie A was pretty entertaining. We had a lot of...
Ronaldo's first year.
All eyes were on him.
Yep.
It's unfortunate they didn't get as far as the Champions League. Well, they need a whole midfield rebuild, and Pogba's part of that midfield rebuild. And
they think they already are going to announce Milinkovic-Savic very soon.
Exactly. He got him,
which is a big signing for them. That guy is a monster.
Yeah, so it's been... that's just the final piece, and I think Juve will go all the way in the Champions League next year. I enjoyed the Serie A season more than I did the Premier League season.
Why? Chelsea got third, bro.
Hear me out.
I'm actually very upset that you guys finished above us. I'm very salty about that.
Hear me out.
You guys had a shit season, shit players except Hazard, and you guys should finish a point above us. The fuck is that bullshit?
Well, you guys dropped the ball when you needed to step up.
Because we were focused on the Champions League final, which we're in. Where are you guys at? Europa League final? Hooray, we'll see you in the Super Cup. All right, I'll take that deal. I just argued with myself.
Yeah, for real. I'm just like, okay. But I just, for some reason, the Premier League season, it was just...
Don't say it was bad.
No, it wasn't bad.
That was one of the most phenomenal title races.
It was just... For Liverpool and Man City, and Tottenham to an extent till March,
until March or February, where it all broke down.
But other than that, it was just between City and Liverpool. There was normally back then you used to have like many teams that could be on top of each other. Now it was just a 2-horse race. But it turned into La Liga or the Bundesliga.
Still, La Liga and Serie A and all these leagues didn't bring it down to the last day like the Premier League. That's why it was so fascinating. The twists and the turns, and especially towards the end, where like Aguero scored with like 2 millimeters across the line, like marginal stuff made them win the Premier League. So I thought it was one of the most phenomenal title races in history. Besides the one, of course, with Manchester City, Manchester United. Where
that was a good time. I enjoyed that title race more than I did this
where
one.
Aguero literally won it in the last minute of the freaking kick of the ball.
Aguero.
Is that Martin Tyler? I think?
Yes.
What an announcer.
He's just like he just Martin Tyler off topic. Martin Tyler and Gary Neville, the greatest announcing duo ever. Champions League quarter semi. It was a semis against Barcelona, and it's Torres with the goal, and you hear Gary Neville orgasm in the background.
That was when Torres scored the goal at Camp Nou.
Yes,
that was a nice goal.
Honestly, 50 million, well spent.
That's true. Just for that goal alone.
I'll take all those seasons of Torres being shit for that one goal in the Camp Nou to give Iniesta the big FU.
And that's the year you guys won it, no?
Exactly. Yep.
That's crazy. But Premier League I thought was phenomenal. Serie A I thought was actually
entertaining. I enjoyed it. I
thought it was very entertaining throughout. Except the fact that Juventus won it a little bit early.
They did. That was a bit. Napoli was a bit of a letdown this year because it was essentially still the same team. Just Alan took over the
midfield role,
the Jorginho role.
Yeah.
And you think with Carlo Ancelotti he'd bring more tactics to the game because we know Sarri. He's so stubborn. Doesn't like to change his tactics. He has his Sarissimo.
So this is what I think Napoli needed to do. And we did speak about Napoli a few episodes ago.
Yes.
But they need a big signing, man.
They do.
They need a big signing.
They do.
Whether it's in the midfield or like a big center forward, they just need something to like bang them in. Well,
they might get Chucky Lozano apparently.
That would be an excellent signing, and they might get Trippier from Spurs actually. So the good crosses in. You got a nice, speedy, young, fresh winger. Those are the types of big signings that you guys need.
They need a solid number 9 though. They can't depend on Milik or Mertens is getting old, and Milik just hasn't been the same since his injury.
And they play Insigne up top sometimes, but he's fast and phenomenal. One of my favorite players, like I mentioned earlier. But they do need a number 9. Maybe Lukaku can go there.
Well, apparently Lukaku is wanted by Inter really bad.
I could see him fitting there
because that's who Conte wanted.
I could see Romelu Lukaku like bullying people.
I'd love to see. I will root for Lukaku again, and I'm gonna root for Conte when he goes to Inter. I love the man. I consider him one of the greatest. Even though his time was short with us, I consider him one of the greatest Chelsea managers for what he did for the morale of the club, and how just his philosophy. If it wasn't for a few rotten eggs in the locker room, he'd probably be with us.
That's true.
And the incompetence of the board. The Chelsea board is just as incompetent, if not, in my opinion, worse than Man United's board.
And both boards are terrible at the moment.
That's why I am praying the rumors are true. My boy Peter the Czech comes back as director of football for Chelsea.
That would be
that Sky reported it, so I'm not pulling this one out of my ass, folks.
Time will tell. But we spoke Prem. We spoke Serie A. I actually thought the Bundesliga was very entertaining.
That was entertaining. I was pulling for Dortmund through and through.
Dortmund, man, you guys were there. You had it. And you know what game actually messed it up for them? The 3-0 loss to Tottenham in the Champions League.
That was their turning point. That was the morale dropping on them. But
so
they
sorry, Dortmund fans.
They have rectified. They signed Thorgan Hazard
and Julian Brandt as a replacement.
All, by the way, for the money we paid.
Yep.
For Pulisic.
Dortmund got a 13 mil profit from that exchange of players. So I'm talking career mode type managing there.
We got robbed. I don't believe in I'm sorry, folks. As an American, I don't believe Pulisic is the guy. And if they give him the number 10 next season, so help me God, I will. I'm not gonna even say because I will get banned on YouTube. We'll get banned on YouTube if I go into a rant.
Slow down. Pulisic is a good player. He still has a lot of developing. Give the man some time. I know you've been through some rough years with Chelsea. They're in a rebuilding phase, but this is not the Chelsea episode. Have you noticed me bugging out about Spurs?
You bugged out for 2 episodes straight. The last episode.
You be alright.
He bugged out for 2 episodes.
He'll be alright. Anyway.
It's my camera. I'm gonna go home right now.
Take your camera. Damn it. But yeah, I thought the whole season as a whole was phenomenal. Serie A, Prem, and Bundesliga. I don't really watch any Portuguese stuff.
No, I don't watch Portuguese stuff.
Maybe I should. I did watch some of the Portuguese Cup final today. It was Sporting versus Porto, and Sporting won it on penalties. And actually, the stadium that they were playing in, I found it very interesting because how it was 2 big sides of stands. And one side was Sporting, one side was Porto. And then in the middle was a very small bleacher type high school thing.
Yeah.
And then trees all around the stadium. I was like,
that's actually pretty dope.
It was a very interesting looking stadium.
Oh,
God bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But Portuguese football, I think they need to step up the game. I don't know how they would compete with all these other leagues because I feel like it's not also televised.
Yeah, it's not televised
as much. What else is another league that's big? Oh, the French league is the PSG Money League. I don't know what to say about that.
I was hoping that Monaco winning 2 years ago would be the big turning point.
But they sold all their players.
Yeah, idiots. They bent the knee to PSG. Game of Thrones reference. PSG is what's it called? PSG was I don't know what. Monaco is Reek. I don't watch Game of Thrones, but I know Reek is a character that gets bullied a lot because people like to use it as an insult. Monaco is Reek. Because they pretty much bent the knee and sold all their best players to... They sold Bakayoko, trashy Yoko, to Chelsea. Good. They sold trashy Yoko to Chelsea. They sold Mbappe to PSG. They sold... who else?
Bernardo Silva,
Fabinho to Liverpool. Bernardo Silva and Mendy to City. Yeah, so they sold a big portion of that title.
That's why they were almost in a relegation battle, but they got out of it.
Yeah, they got
luckily because their old coach,
your boy Fabregas.
Yeah, he did put some steel in that midfield.
Exactly.
And the old coach Jardim, he came back.
They should never got rid of Javier Jardim.
Yeah, Leonardo, I think his name is Leonardo Jardim.
Leonardo or Javier?
I'm pretty sure it's Leonardo. Whatever, his last name is Jardim.
Jardim.
But we should announce the winner.
Oh yeah,
of our nice raffle.
Sorry for technical difficulties, folks. We were saying, it was my mistake. I thought we were gonna get a hat, but I was just informed by Anton. We have a randomizer on this bad boy. Welcome to 2019.
I'm sorry, I'm still living in the Ice Age or 20th century, whatever you want to call it.
That's why I'm still.
This is the duo.
This is the duo, folks. What you make in personality, I make up for in technical prowess.
That's why we are Pharaoh's halftime.
Oh, should we record?
Okay.
Let's do it again. Okay. So sorry, folks, technical difficulties. I just informed my colleague that we could do the raffle through a randomizer. On the computer.
I thought we were gonna do old-fashioned hat and stuff. Pull it out of a hat.
Yeah.
Magician type
It's okay.
No, okay.
It's okay. Here, listen. Because what you make up in personality, I make up for in technical prowess.
That's why we are Pharaoh's halftime. No need to do this. Degeneration X, suck it, but it's all good. Alright, let's do this randomizer, shall we? Let's see here. We got all our applicants in. It's just gonna take a second while I hit it now.
And boom!
Our winner is the one, the only, Georgie Pifanis, and his Instagram is g.v.pifanis on Instagram. Congratulations, you are our lucky winner on our 20th episode of Pharaoh's
We will
Halftime.
DM you for details.
Yes, sir.
And we'll work it out together if you want to pick it up, meet your heroes, or if you want us to ship it to you, it costs us more money.
Yep.
Don't pick option B.
And
Because I will confine you
relax,
and eat your food.
Relax. We don't have any nice like shipping and handling Amazon Prime type stuff yet.
No, we don't. We have to go to the USPS.
Yeah, the good old postal service. But anyway, so congratulations again to our man Georgie Pifanis for winning our 20th episd raffle.
Thank you for entering. Shout out to all our followers for entering.
Thank you.
There will be more raffles as we get bigger and as we make more money because we are broke right now.
Yes, sir. But anyway, let's review, recap. I think that we hit a lot of good topic points today.
We did. One thing I wanted to recap on is I wanted to shout out that the World Cup, the Under-20 World Cup started today.
I completely forgot to preview the summer because there's a lot of competitions in the summer.
We have
one of them is the FIFA U20 World Cup that's
going on right now. We
Yep.
have the African Cup right now.
in the summer.
We have the Women's World Cup that's going to start in July.
Yep.
So
And Copa America.
Yep, we're still going to be around, folks. There's going to be more of these lovely faces.
A lot of coverage still to come.
Yep.
But you know what I'm really looking forward to, and I'm trying to watch as much as I can, is the U20 World Cup because there's a lot of stars.
I was watching this morning. I was watching the France and Saudi Arabia game.
Who won?
Last time I watched it, I had to run to the doctor's, but France was a goal up, and Saudi Arabia was down a man.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they got red carded early.
U20 FIFA World Cup, where stars are born. So keep an eye out. If I were a scout, I would definitely be there to seek out the future, seek out the next Mbappe, Kaká, whoever you want to name.
Yeah.
But I'm very looking forward to seeing who wins that. I'm very looking forward also to the Women's World Cup because I feel like nobody really talks about that. Nobody's really as hyped.
It was pretty big 2 years ago when the USA won. That's because the USA won.
2015. It's every 4 years, just like the Men's World Cup.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's been 4 years.
I still think it's 2 years ago.
Yeah, time flies, man. Time freaking flies. But 2015, the USA took the gold home, and they're trying to do another repeat of that. And I think they have a very strong squad. They still got Carly Lloyd in the midfield, who's a veteran.
Yes.
They called back one of my favorite United States women's national team players, Ali Krieger. She's
good.
She's really good, and she's good looking.
Alex Morgan still playing?
Alex Morgan's definitely still playing.
Yeah.
They got very talented.
What about Carly? You mentioned Carly Lloyd.
Carly Lloyd,
yeah.
That's the midfield beast.
Yeah.
They still
back in the Women's World Cup final, she turned Japan inside out. I felt so bad.
Yeah, she did, and I felt bad for Japan because they had a hell of a squad and they had a great run to the final. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Women's World Cup, man. There's some great talent on those women's teams. They have the FIFA World Player of the Year, the FIFA Ballon d'Or winner. I think her last name is Hadenberg.
Yeah, she plays on Norway.
Yeah, she's a beast.
She
man.
is.
Oh my god.
She is.
She puts Malakas FC to shame. The team
That's
that I
FC?
play for. Yeah, Malakas FC. If you guys don't know what that means in Greek, go ask some Greek people. But anyway.
Hopefully they don't kill you.
No, they're fine. You're fine. But Copa America is another one that I'm looking forward to.
Will Messi win?
Can Messi do something?
Can Messi do something?
He always can. But it's his supporting crew, just like his problem with Barcelona, I don't think is good enough. And just Argentina as a whole, as an organization, has been messed up ever since last year's World Cup. You had the coach that was pacing back and forth on the touchline, not knowing what he was doing. He wasn't even picking the squad. Another big thing that I wanted to talk about was Brazil's squad selection, because it is unbelievable that they did not pick Fabinho. Can you believe that?
They didn't pick a lot of players. They didn't pick Willian. They didn't pick
Marcelo. They didn't pick.
Well, Marcelo, I understand where that's coming from.
Yeah, but Fabinho was the biggest name. Like, he's been a beast all year. I mean, he had a slow start because he was still getting used to the Prem. But he had a beast year for Liverpool. Master in the midfield, good passer, box to box. He can shoot from long range. Actually, I take that back. He can't shoot from long range, but
no,
he's definitely all around a phenomenal midfielder. And to take aging Fernandinho over him, maybe take aging Fernandinho as a bench player for moral support and locker room presence.
Yeah.
you gotta have Fabinho, man. What the hell is up with that? So I don't know. Maybe Brazil can go all the way. We'll see. We'll see if Chile can do anything because they're the reigning defending champs.
But I don't know if Chile is not the same Chile we have.
I know. And but Arturo Vidal had like a retiring from Chile and now he's back. So
yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see
his swan song. This will be his swan song competition.
Yeah, and I don't even know if they took Alexis Sanchez or not. I'm sure they did.
No, probably, I don't think so.
I don't know. I have to look up the Chile squads, but that's another tournament that I'm really looking forward to because South America has some phenomenal talent. You know, some of the biggest names in the world are from there, like Messi, like Suarez, like James. You know, I'm looking forward to see how Colombia do because they're also, you know, they always give good runs in tournaments. They should have been in the quarterfinals of the World Cup if it wasn't for England's penalty heroics, which is unlike England given their history. But yeah, man, it's a lot of summer competition. We'll still be around. We still have a lot to talk about in the next couple of months. So always tune in, always listen to us, always spread the word. Any last words before we hear from our sponsor?
From me and Antonio and I want to thank you guys for being there for the beginning. We did this as a fun activity just to kill some time. We didn't know, even though we're still small, we didn't know it was going to be like this. We didn't know we were going to go this far. We hope to keep it going.
Yep.
We hope to eventually grow. Maybe, who knows, maybe take on Bleacher Report, give them more for their money.
You never know down the road.
We would love to bring in more people to help out, whether it's with graphic design, for our Instagram page, creating memes. We would love to do that. If you just want to build your resume for your projects, some of your graphic design majors, give us a call.
At Pharaoh's Halftime 10 on Instagram.
Yeah, we'll be your references for your job interviews, and you'll have work to show you, to put on your resume.
We're all ears. We're welcoming all comers.
And we want to also announce that we'll be covering more leagues. We'll be doing the special project with the Egyptian League mainly.
Get some few very valid listeners and followers of the Egyptian Premier League.
Yes, so we'll be holding out eventually. Keep details on our Instagram page. We'll be having interviews on this. Just for word, we're not making any money off of this, and nor do we intend to.
Yeah.
If we do, we do. But
that'd be lit.
But we want to grow as a project and eventually grow. And who knows, if you guys are on board with us, who knows? Maybe we could get a piece of the pie. You get a piece of the pie. We'd be like George and Wheezy. Go up in the deluxe apartment in the sky.
You never know. But from us, let's hear a word from our lovely sponsors, Anchor. From everybody here, which is just the two of us, myself, Antonio, you, Anton, the big Zach. We thank you for.
You think I'm big? Thank you.
We thank you for being a part of our 20th episode. It's a nice milestone for us. We want you guys to continue to listen to us, follow us, spread the word. And even if you just like listening to podcasts in general, I think we're pretty entertaining. We mess around, we fool around, we get down to the business. We do it all, folks.
Look out for the post-Champions League match and Europa League special episode that will be posted up in the coming week.
Yep, it's going to be a big pod.
Yeah, from me and Antonio and I, we want to wish you all a happy Memorial Day. What are you doing this Memorial Day?
I don't know, man. Just kicking back.
Kicking back to it, yeah. If you're out getting partying, be safe, be responsible.
And see you on the next episode of Pharaoh's Halftime.
Stay blessed, y'all.
Peace. Nice.
Bank.